Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you so much. Aloha. Let me make sure that everything is working. Michelle, how are you? I see the mastermind group has been here a little bit. DJ Nixky, Ahitagni is here. I know they were here earlier. DJ Garosh is here. Our sister ILLKAT, DJ Elusive is here. Aloha to all of you. Hey, Michelle. Cool Girl 413, how are you? There is my brother Sandman Sound Factory, who's scheduled to be part of Wisdom Wednesday coming up very soon. ILLKAT, good to see you, sister. We'll see you in about an hour. Nancy Nakamura, Ricky Wamoda, aloha to all of you. TM181012, aloha to you. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome. Michelle, thank you so much. And Nancy, thank you for being here to hold it down. Ricky Wamoto, I see you. Aloha. Hope you guys are doing well. You saw nothing. Miss Yoli, first time here in the chat room. Chat ohana. Everybody say aloha to Miss Yoli. Welcome. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Sandman Sound Factory. Mark, we'll get you probably like the second week of June, or I may have an opening at the end of the month. I'll let you know, bro. I'll let you know. Dijon Mustard's in the house. What's up, Dijon Mustard? Good to see you, sir. Aloha to you. Uh, I'll make this announcement again, but Dirty Banana Bartender, mahalo for the Prime subscription. Mahalo for the resub. Happy 14 months to us, man. Dirty Banana Bartender, I appreciate you so much. Mahalo. Again, I'll make this announcement a couple times throughout today's stream. Just FYI for those of you that are probably heard about it, or maybe you haven't, but there is a Twitch meetup coming in July. The dates are July 7th, which is a Thursday, to the 11th, which is a Monday. It's going to be a Twitch meetup. There's a whole bunch of people coming down. Vernamo, I see you. Aloha, Vernamo. What up, man? DJ Smooth G is in the house. DJ Jeff B, what's up, man? Controversial, bro. Crazy dope with his peeps coming in, man, with the Ray Little Fever, Smooth G, Jeff B. I love it, man. I love it. This mastermind group, bro. I don't think there's anybody out there that does it the way that you guys do it, and you guys are doing it right. So congratulations to all of you. Yeah, big time, Mark. Big time. Jess, our knees. Aloha to you. Happy Aloha Wisdom Wednesday. DJ Garoish, I see you, buddy. Uh, Mod Boss, Claudie Queen is in the house. Aloha to you, Claudie Queen. Happy Aloha Wednesday. It's DJ Booters. What's up, DJ Booters? Good to see you. DJ Tantrum SC. Aloha to you, brother. Hope all is well. Thank you so much. Controversial. You don't fool around, man. Omi does not fool around. I appreciate all of you. Ita loves you. Happy Aloha Wednesday. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Jess. Mahalo for the support for the rest of the mastermind group. Thank you so much. DJ Nixky, aloha to you. My brother Jeff B, mahalo for the raid the other night. Aloha to you, brother. Good to see you. Welcome, family. Welcome, all of you. Ahi Tagni, good to see you. Thank you. Mahalo. I appreciate you guys. Good to see you too, Garoish. Thank you so much, G. I appreciate you. As I was saying, there's going to be a Hawaii Twitch meetup that's coming up in a couple months, July 7th to the 11th. The 7th is a Thursday, and it ends on Monday, which we're having a barbecue. We're going to actually stream at one of our beaches where we're going to barbecue all day and do an all-day stream there. I'm trying to say this name. Yolandita53, aloha to you. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Respect to you, Claudie Queen. Thank you so much, sister. Miss Yoli, thank you so much. Again, all of you, appreciate you. So, yes, so July 7th to the 11th is a Twitch meetup. There's a whole bunch of people coming down. I want to say, I think the list is way past 40, I believe. So this all started about a year ago when I did my 50th birthday celebration, and a whole bunch of Twitch peeps came over. This year, there are those that couldn't make it that are actually coming down. So, yeah, shout out to DJ Little Fever. What's up, Little Fever? Good to see you, brother. Aloha to you. Welcome. The mastermind group coming in strong today. I appreciate all of you. Yes, so July 7th through the 11th, got a whole bunch of things planned. We're gonna do a foodie tour around the island. I'm located in Honolulu, Hawaii, so there's gonna be a foodie tour. Uh, hip hip forever. Aloha to you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. So there's gonna be a foodie tour, of course, the birthday celebration. So my niece is graduating from high school, and so my cousin called and asked if I could DJ her grad party, and I was like, "Look, I there's a conflict because it's also my birthday celebration." And so she was like, "Can you move that to another night?" I said, "Well, I've got a whole bunch of Twitch family coming down." She was like, "Well, then invite them to the luau." So I guess we're going to a luau, well, during our Twitch meetup. So if you can make it, all of you are invited. You get to witness a graduation festivities, how we do it here in the islands, where there's a bunch of bands. There will be hula. There will be dancers. There'll also be, and then we'll DJ at the end. So the crazy part is, who's gonna DJ? I ain't gonna DJ. I might have all of you guys DJ. And we're gonna do like a three song set. So there's so many, but yeah, it's gonna be super dope. But if you guys can make it, yeah, DJ Nixky, yeah, come in, man, come do it. Sandman Sound Factory, come over and do it. Lila is here. Thank you, Lila, one of my power mods. So Lila's coming down. My mod. So originally it was just supposed to be a mod meetup. I was gonna bring my mods down. Now, Nancy, that's gonna be Saturday night. So the birthday celebration is gonna be Friday night. The graduation luau is going to be Saturday night, and then the real ones, Hawaii, will be Sunday night. Kev, Hawaii, what's up, Kev? Good to see you, brother. And then Monday is going to be the barbecue, where we're going to be just hang out at the beach all day, and then we'll stream then. So if you guys can make it, dope. Would love to have all of you guys. So that's the July meetup. If you're looking for some hotel rooms, please whisper Nancy Nakamura or Lila JPC. They're my mods. They can get you some hotel room rates at a really, really good price. So they can help out that way. What's up, Kev? Dijon Mustard, mahalo for the resub. Happy 11 months, brother. Thank you so much. And so, again, July 7th to 11th, it's a Twitch meetup. Kit Girl, all from Florida. Everybody say aloha to Kit Girl. Good to see you, sis. Please hug um, the big guy for me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Kit Girl. Good to see you. But you know what? Let's get this started, because I want this to kind of, I want to just dive right in. Freestyle Forever, aloha to you. Welcome, welcome, Jody. Welcome all the way from Australia. DJ K to the J's. Mahalo J, K to the J's. I appreciate you. Our sister from LA, the real DJ AK47. She was a guest on my Wisdom Wednesday. What up, though? How are you, sis? So make sure you're following the real DJ AK47. Follow that sister right there. LA represent. Good to see you, sis. So we'll just jump right into this interview, because I want my next two guests that are going to join us. What the heck? Controversial. Coming in with a 5-foot sub, man. What are you doing, bro? Man, too kind, brother. Too kind. Shout out to DJ Kizza, who's all the way out there in San Diego. That's my brother right there. I just saw him in Vegas a couple months ago. Mikey B, good to see you. DJ Jeff with the 5-foot sub, man. What the heck, you guys? What are you guys doing? I want to get this started. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna just bring my homie in, and we'll just go right into it, and then we'll do the hype train at the same time as well. But I met this brother, Miss Yoli. Mahalo for the 200 party poppers. Thank you so much. But I met this brother. I've been watching him, and then come to find out when I had dinner with the DJ X when he was here with his family in Hawaii, he was telling me about a mastermind group, and I express interest on how I can just be part, where I can just come and impart some of my wisdom or whatever I can. Jess Arnie's, mahalo for the subscription. I appreciate you, Jess. Thank you so much for that. And then I started watching this cat, and I was like, man, I like this guy, and so do like the rest of the mastermind group. But I remember telling them that I wanted to help in whatever way, shape, or form, which is why, like, if you're a part of this mastermind group, you're on my hit list for this Wisdom Wednesday talk show. So take notes. If you're not one to that are not very used to having interviews, take notes. Reach out to some of these people that can give you some tips, and there'd be, and that should help you as I get to you as you jump on Wisdom Wednesday. Claudia Queen, mahalo for the gift is subbed. um, I appreciate DJ Garoy. Thank you, brother. G, I appreciate it. Nick Ski, thank you so much for the gifted sub to M Sunshine. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But you know what? You have his emotes, my brother. Controversial. Drop his emotes and let's welcome him in. Just Arnie's mahalo for the 5 foot sub. Yo, what up, man?
Man,
Your
wow.
community,
The
your
love in
community,
here, the love
crazy
in
dog.
here, it's insane, man. I
It's
love it.
crazy, man.
Aloha to everybody. Dijon
Yes,
Mustard, my guy, I got to meet him recently in New York. You
nice.
have amazing people in your community, man. Honestly, you are such an example for us, man. You just have this energy about you that, dude, I was so excited when you reached out. I mean, honestly, for all of us, all we're trying to do is become part of this Twitch community. Before we got going, I was so excited that we literally, like, we almost had an interview, off camera, me and Dan Famuina,
Right.
because it's so exciting to be in this platform. And as people have left the platform, those of us that remain, whether you're a viewer, a moderator, or a streamer, you're here
Yes.
because you want to. You're here because you're protective of the platform. You're not here chasing, I'm the best DJ, I'm the best producer, I'm the best scratcher. None of that comes into play here, man. Listen, I've seen some amazing people. The other day I was on an Alpha Music raid where
Yeah.
he raided out into somebody in Germany, something Cuba Libre, I think, or something like that is the streamer's name. He does amazing numbers. The guy wasn't even blending. And
Yeah.
Charlene, I see you. Please, guys, I have the chat up, so hopefully I see you guys. Nick Ski and everybody on the team, man. Much love, Ahitagni. Thank you for picking up that sword. Smooth G, my brother. Miss Jolie, much love to you guys for participating in this hype train. We all appreciate it, man. Dirty Banana Bartender. I don't know who first he supported, but that guy is amazing. I wish I could clone that guy.
Yeah.
Ahitagni's another guy I wish I could clone. My brother Little Fever. This journey is just, it's so amazing, man. It really is. It's so touching that sometimes I was telling I was telling Mechon, my brother, the other day, I always feel like I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna tell him, dude, Scene raided me in my dream, bro, and like I could talk to him and Chubby Chub and all these people, Alpha Music, and it's like, dude, like it's happening, man, and it's legit. Like, and these people, like, you meet them.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I had gone to conventions before, and I crossed paths with some of these people, man, and never made the connection. Now it's like it's a real thing, man, and I'm here for the ride, brother, but more importantly, I'm here to become a bigger part of the movement. Um, Subs and bids, man, we appreciate them because I know that's the way people show love, right? And we try to pay it
Yes.
forward. We try to invest it again in things. My mods, they are part of it. I try to take care of them, but they're so amazing that the little that they get from what we make, they put it right back in the stream, man. Shout out to Miss Jolie, Cloudy Queen. Ita loves you. That's my mother. A lot of people mispronounce her name. It's Ita loves you, short for abuelita in Spanish, right? So
Nice.
Ita
Nice.
loves you. She loves everybody, man. I never thought she would take like fish to water on this platform, man. She's become many people's auntie. I got to hang out with Chubby Chub not too long ago on that same event, and the first thing she said is, "Can you get a picture, please, with Chubby Chub and send it to me right away?" It's like it's a real thing, man. But hey, we're here. Mahalo for having us, man.
Oh
Appreciate you.
man, I appreciate you, brother, man. So
MC2J, man.
yeah, Chicago's finest right there, MC2G, man. So I mean, for maybe like the four of these people that are in the chat room that maybe don't know who DJ Controversial is, maybe if you could share just quickly like where you grew up, where your background is, and then when did you start DJing?
At the age of 13, brother. I don't even want to say my age, but we're up there.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, man. Belt drive turntables, Gemini, bro.
yes, sir.
XLBD 10s. I still remember those. My mother at 13 bought me a pair of turntables and a GLI mixer. It wasn't even Gemini, it was GLI. I remember that.
Wow,
My in real life mod, bro. She got me my first gig. She used to go to a private school, and these people had money, and her friend had
nice,
a party, and it was like, hey, my brother DJs. Here comes this 13-year-old going upstairs to a penthouse, and they paid me at the end of the day, man, and I got the taste
nice.
of that, and I was like, I want to do this. I used to do basement parties at 15, man, in the hood, bro, with people
How,
getting
how much
slashed.
did you get paid for that gig?
That's the
I'm
crazy.
curious.
So at that party, because these people had money, I remember, I think it was like Park Avenue or something like that. These people gave me $300 for a 13-year-old, bro. That's amazing, you
That's a
know?
lot of money, man.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
got a little taste of that, man. But in the hood, it was interesting learning the DJ, man. It was tough, man. I made my way up to those Denon. Remember those dual
Yes,
deck
sir.
Denon CD
Yes,
players
sir.
and the loop so that you could mix because we didn't
Yeah.
have DJ edits back then. Yeah, bro. So Paulina, sis, did we get a raid?
Yeah, we
Oh,
just we
welcome
just got
Raiders.
rated. We
Welcome
just got
Raiders. My brother DJ
DJ
Unique
Unique
NYC.
NYC. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
family in the building.
Man.
I'm missing my air horns. Wow. Mahalo for the raid, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Family, please, if you don't know about DJ Don Famoina at this point, please make sure you follow the brother. Super talented. For those of us in here, those that stream, this is a great example of what we need to be to take part in this whole big movement on Twitch, man. This is real community here. Your people are amazing. I've been seeing them coming to support us right now with the movement that we're on. My brother
Yeah,
DJ Jose Medrano, I see you. Wow, this chat is flying.
it's crazy.
I can't see the number, but you guys are like moving this fever. Ita loves you.
Yeah.
Man, much love to you guys. Please forgive me if I'm missing you. Dijon Mustard, that's family right there, man.
Much love to your beautiful mother too, man. Ita
Thank you.
loves you, mom.
Vernon Moore.
So awesome. Beautiful.
I,
Beautiful.
I, I
I love
couldn't do
that.
this without my family, man.
Yeah.
It's like it. Jess, what's up, mommy? Taisha, what's up, family? Man, much love to you guys. Listen, this stuff here we started and it was all family, dude. My first couple of months in here, and when I say couple, probably like 10 months of when we
Yeah.
went into lockdown. I came on here after battling COVID. I was like one of the first people in New York to get it officially when they, right before we went on lockdown. And dude, at the hospital, I remember telling Kova because I was streaming on Facebook and all that other stuff. I said, "Yo, I'm going all hands in on Twitch." He was already doing it,
Yeah.
and dude, I came in here, and the funny thing is, if we didn't know you, we would block you. That's the way we were running.
Wow.
And the reason was we were scared to get banned from this platform because everywhere else they were throwing us out, right? So we're on lockdown,
Yeah.
and the first thing, the most important thing to me was my family. So I wanted to be able to hang out with my Canadian family, which I mean, Miss Jolie is in there, and Jolandita, that's my auntie, and they're
Yeah.
they're up in Canada, man, and that was the biggest thing to me. And then eventually, Kova had a class with I forgot this guy from LA. I forgot his name, man. If somebody in the chat remembers the name, I think Cloudy Queen remembers the name. But they had a class to like, to teach people about Twitch, man. And me supporting a friend of mine, I said, you know what? I'm signing up for it. Best thing I did, man. I got my first paycheck as I was in that class, bro. It took me a whole year. I remember being upset the first time my mom subbed to my channel. I was like, "Ma, what are you doing? That's not what it's about." My mother's like, "Shut up." She was like, "Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing." She knew what she was doing, brother.
Mom always knows what she's doing, man.
Yes,
That's
Amani
that's why there are
experience.
moms.
Yes,
Amani,
yeah, yeah, good guy, man. I
great
don't
guy.
show I don't show him the love I wish I could. Like these days, man, this networking thing is real, man. Like we're heavy on it, and it breaks my heart when I can't support everybody, man. Like Like I really, really want to, man. I want to see people win, brother, because at the end of the day, there's no bigger feeling that you get from actually knowing that you're taking care of someone that's only going to pay that forward.
Absolutely. So I'm just trying to make sure that I acknowledge everybody. So those of you that are in the chat room, we appreciate all of you. Again, shout out to the mastermind crew and also the familia that comes in to support my brother Controversial and our sister Illcat. Um, because it is a Wisdom Wednesday talk show,
Um,
and
I,
normally for many of you guys that
I'm
when
sorry.
go
I'm
ahead,
sorry. I'm
go
sorry to
ahead,
cut you off. They're
go
saying
ahead.
that one of the mics is distorted. Can
Oh,
somebody
it's
clear
me.
that up?
It's
Yeah.
probably me. So again, I keep forgetting to change my wire. So do me a favor, talk to the room. Let me
Oh
reset this
man,
really
I'll
quick.
shout all
It's
these
me.
beautiful people out. I'll shout Paulina. Thank you for pulling up. Illkat, sis, man, this is it's such a blessing, man, to take part in this with you, man. Just really an honor. Nancy Nakamura, always great to see you. Whenever I pull up into anybody's chat and I see you, I know I'm at the right place. Paulina, again, thank you, man. Your support for the longest time is so appreciated, man. My brother Mechon, I haven't even started speaking on him. I'm dying to because all you guys here, a lot of you guys, we connected through him, man. And man, that dude is very special to me, and you guys know that. For those of you that don't know, he will be on the show very soon. My brother DJ Alpha Music. Wow, wow. Yo, I'm actually now I'm feeling hot now. I should have turned on this fan here, man. Karush, I see you. How we doing with that mic, brother? Because right now I'm actually nervous, only because of all the love that I see in that chat. Please forgive me if I miss you. It's really overwhelming.
How about now? Are we good?
You, I
Chat.
yeah, you sound good to me. How does he sound, chat? Cerrado JJ Hermanito. I think you sound good.
Okay, good now. Thank you, Mustard. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.
You're a good man. You waited for your ma to tell you. That's exactly how I am. People tell me things. Paulina used to tell me no audio, no audio, and it meant the world to me. But
Yeah,
I would not go on until like my mom was like, okay, one, we're good. Then
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
move on.
Yes, yes. Again, shout out to not just my mods, but the rest of the mods. If you're a mod in this chat room, that you mod for a streamer, shout out to all of you. We all know, man, controversial. You and I know that our mods are the backbone of our channel. They
Paulina, I
are
love you. I always
They
listen
are
to you.
gatekeepers. They're they are the ones that take care of us because there's a lot of things like there. I don't know how many times in my channel where
Princess.
streaming and I miss stuff, and
And
so
that's the thing is the hardest thing. My sister's been with me and my mother actually for Mother's Day, they were
yeah,
with me while I was streaming and they don't understand that whole delay that you get unless you have fiber optic, you're going to get a
yeah,
delay by the ping. So it's like a good, 15 20 seconds and it makes a difference when that chat is moving. But it's something that only a streamer like when you go through it, you know what it's like.
yeah,
But shout out to Paulina Panda. She's a trip. I love that girl. She's so unconditional, man. Like that's somebody that has shown us support since day one, man. And I tell you, I see Serato JJ up in there, man. There's people in here, bro. They say you're born into family, but you get to choose your friends. Some of these people in here, man, they're family. Jose Medrano. I got a couple of guys. Rod Live. I mean, yo, Rod Live,
yeah.
bro. I saw that kid streaming. Mechon likes to scout for talent, and he put him on a Jueves Clásico. In his first
Mm,
stream, the dude had no mic stand. His backdrop, he only had like his two curtains, right? So he had the
yeah,
green screen.
yeah.
He only had one, and then like somebody would walk by and it would like pick up the thing. But he was mixing, and I was like, damn, man, I gotta get a hold of this kid. And I was like, bro, don't be insulted, but you could go really far, man. But you need a mic stand, bro. You need a mic
Well,
stand.
that's the difference, right? When you're streaming as opposed to just the traditional way. Really quick, first of all, shout out to DJ Set Sabalos. He just came in with a raid.
Oh,
What up,
welcome
Set
Raiders.
man? Appreciate you so much. But that was one of the things that I had to learn when I jumped on Twitch. That the mindset had to shift in terms of you're no longer just a DJ. If the idea is to grow a community, then the traditional way of just DJing, where you're just
Welcome
not
Raiders.
saying anything and then you're just playing music. If the idea is to grow a community, because when you're online streaming, it's a whole different ballgame. totally different as opposed to like the traditional way. And part of growing your community is you interacting with your chat room. You can choose not to, but unless you're like one of these very established, even really, really popular DJs, the likelihood of your community is not going to really, really grow.
Bro,
Which right? I mean, you and I know, bro. How many DJs had to learn to get the mic, turn the mic on, and have that courage to come out and be vulnerable enough
we
to just start talking?
we don't even gain stage, bro.
Yeah,
There's still DJs in here where are like clipping all the time. It's just
yeah,
horrible. But listen, man, in here, if you're about it, I always say that camera never lies, right? So there's people that could try to be kind, but eventually they're gonna get tired,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And the thing is, man, it's not about how you cut it up, how you mix it up, what you produce. At the end of the day, people are here for you.
yeah.
A lot of times, I love to play instant doubles, and sometimes I get so excited, a big rate will come in, bro, and I play the same damn track again, and I'm just like, yo, you know what? I'm just showing you guys that I'm live.
That's me.
And the
That's
funny thing
me.
is, my mods always get on me because they're like, dude, no one could tell. Like, it just sounded like you were doing an extension to the song. And I'm like, nah, you know what? It makes me feel good to let them know I messed up.
Yeah.
And when you said, by the way, real quick, you mentioned the mods, bro. I hate modding, but I have a good friend of mine, the DJ X. You know what he means to me too. And
Yes.
he was having issues where his show is early and the mods were sleeping. And me and my brother Ahitagni, who tunes in from New Delhi, India, bro. When I stream on
That's
Tuesdays, it's
crazy.
4:30 his time, dude. I don't have family that pulls up to my streams like that. You
It's
understand? That man
commitment.
could do no wrong for me, bro. And he's a part. He's super smart and super kind, bro. Hopefully he'll make it to the U.S. Real soon. I hear he's working on that. But the guy is so talented, man, and he streams on this platform. Go see him, man. You'll never feel bad. That guy, he pours his heart and soul, bro. He really motivates any streamer, bro, to want to do better. Because trust me, he makes everything work, bro. And again, man, it's the same situation. Look, bro, I'll talk about DJ Alpha Music, man. I got to meet him for the first time in August last year at the convention in Atlantic City, and
Mm.
I've always been a fan of their bags and all that stuff. So that was cool, I was amazed. Oh, my brother Mitchon in the building. Let's
Mitchon is in the
go,
house. What up, Mitchon? Good to see you, sir. What's up, brother?
man. Um, we're there the first day, and they were supposed to go on a panel, right? And
Yeah.
these guys made it late because they actually sold all their bags the first day, bro. The second day, like, that's love. You had Lisa. You had a whole bunch of big people showing up, and they were buying it for their DJs, their producers. These bags are official, man. I travel, I DJ abroad, and bro, like, my stuff looks new, bro, and they've been by the sand and everything, and my equipment is protected, bro. And it's
Yeah.
so much easier on my back. I'm a video DJ, so I have this big custom hard drive, and that thing weighs like I want to say like 13 pounds, no lie.
Wow.
It fits right in there with my laptop, bro, and it's safe, man. So shout out to Jetpack Bags. If you're a DJ and you're on the fence, you're not gonna go wrong with that, man. Those people make amazing bags, and if you're lucky, that guy Alpha Music might overlook your project and make sure that the stitching is right on your logo,
That's
because I
right.
was blessed enough that he did mine and it shows, man. Yeah, man, I treasure that thing. But shout out to Alpha Music again, man. Recently, so we've been my brother Mitchon, right? Real quick, this man, I think he adopted me. I believe we just checked. I think it was like 13 months ago. So in my journey, right, when I started taking things more seriously, Mechon became a partner sometime in, I don't know, Mechon, was it March? But I know that in March we started connecting. Was it March of last year or the year before, Mechon? I get lost now. At this point, I'm just lost. But we we connected, man, and let me tell you, man, that project of Jueves Clásico that he does is on some other level, man. And March 2021, and what do you call it? Just it's amazing because it's an all day party. Like this whole thing that I'm taking on, where I'm trying to earn a purple check. A lot of times they tell you, listen, you can't be doing raid trains because that hurts you. You know, your path to partner with the
Yeah.
host and all this other stuff.
Hmm.
Everybody was like, that's the one that works right there, bro. You do not touch that. And I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way that I'm not being a part of Jueves Clásico. So shout out to DJ Mechon and all the amazing DJs that always take part in that, man. And really the dream is to earn a couple more purple checks because DJ Luis Smooth is part of our movement and he's doing amazing things. And I admire the guy because he got the purple check, and a lot of guys take their foot off the gas when that happens.
Hmm.
My idea is to start helping other people and coming around the time where hopefully if there's community there, I can start doing some pop-ups because yo, my brother Mechon, bro, he literally could do a pop-up at 3 in the morning and there'll be at least 100 people in there, bro. It's amazing. Like
Nice.
it's community.
Yeah.
It's community. I've had it where all of a sudden I know he's on, bro, at 2 in the morning, and we've rocked out, dude, at 2 in the morning. And it's funny because the people that are in there, it's like it's a whole real vibe, man. Um, but again, so we've been on this path, and thanks to Mechon for his blessings, and you know, we've been able to kind of crack at it little by little, in this group, right? The mastermind group, right, dude. So we're on this, right, and all of a sudden, Alpha's like, "Hey, have you looked at your numbers?" I'm like, "Yeah, kind of." Like, well, dude, I think you should really look at them because I think you're on your way. And the reason is
Nice.
because I have some like I mean Alpha's great, man. Things I never thought about, right? So it's within a 30-day
30
period.
day. Yes.
So I had some bad ones. Like I just had one that was 49 fall off, but I had a couple that were like 169 average viewer count.
Yeah.
So the lower ones are about to drop off. We got a couple more to go, man, and then it just seems legit. And obviously when that unlocks, right, you don't just
Yes.
go and apply. That means you're you're working twice as hard
Yeah.
to make sure that when your application goes in, you're bringing in the expectations, right?
Yeah.
So I encourage all you guys. I appreciate you guys pulling up in here, and it just shows me that we're on the right path. And obviously, I tell everybody I don't want this to happen if I don't deserve it, right? But if
Hmm.
we deserve it, like yo, I'm just looking to make sure that we could be in a position where we're stronger together and that we continue to push other people that also want to earn the purple check.
So being that you're on this path as you're, the goal is for you to get that verified check mark. Like, what would your advice be? Aside from your mastermind group, your your brother and sister DJs that are with you, what would your advice be for some of these people that may be considering, like, maybe I want to do that at some point in my Twitch career? What would your advice be for them?
You know what's crazy? The mastermind group holds you accountable. It's no cheat, bro.
Mm.
And you've noticed that because not
Yeah.
everybody pushes the same way, right? But we push each
Yes.
other, bro. And the craziest thing is that we're like, hey, Mechon is always big on telling me, bro, something's not asymmetrical, this, that, and the other. Mechon's helped me a lot. These other people have done the same, and we do the same for each other. There's a
Yeah.
couple of guys, bro, that now that they got mic stands, their streams are a whole lot better. They keep telling me that they're asking for a promo code, bro. They think I'm the plug for mic stands. But the truth is, look, man, Kova, right, and Rich, they're involved with that, and we're gonna see bigger
Yes.
streamers now become a part of this thing because they see that it's working, and it's legit communities. Like we're building, like there's a couple of people in here that I didn't know before. Like a lot of these guys, Jeff B, Smooth, G,
Smoochie. Yeah.
they have amazing communities. My brother Tantrum, and they've all shared them, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing for me. Like when they, like Dan Famoina, if I come in here, right, and I vibe with you, I'm not stealing your people. I'm not stealing Alpha Music's people because that's what some people feel. Oh, they're in here trying to grab. No, man. Again, that lens doesn't lie. If people
Yeah.
vibe with you because you're a good person and you support their streamer, and it's not
Mhm.
necessarily the bits and subs, it's like you be legit. These mods are real smart. I've seen them randomly throw up like a shout out and see if you're still in the chat.
Yeah.
When you throw back the thank you, that means you're a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of us, right? Sometimes these streamers, like Alpha, he streams early. I'm working, but I got
Yeah.
him on my Bluetooth, and I'm like, yo, summon me. And when I get summoned, I'm like, yo, when he shouts somebody else that came in the room that's one of my friends, I make sure I say hello,
Yeah.
right? And listen, I always say, I rather a quiet viewer than a non-viewer,
Yeah.
and It's no cheat, bro. It really isn't. It's about community, man. How many times you've gone to a streamer? Let's 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 let the elephant out of the bag. How many times you've seen a streamer that has bots and you
Yeah.
go in there and it's 150 but the chat is not moving?
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I walk right back out. I don't care that they're using bots. I care about the vibe. I've been into streams. I was one of them with 20 people, but it
Hmm.
was all my family and it was welcoming and how you doing and welcome
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I rather that. That's community. That for me is Twitch, man. I mean, these people aren't stupid. Yes, there's money to be made, but the foundation is love and vibes, brother.
Well, it's the intent too, right? It's the intent of like what does this streamer, what is he or she, or his or hers intention of creating their own community? Is it just to make money and to hope, with the possibility of gaining a check mark? Whereas most of us really just want to build a community, because I'm sure you'll agree with me. Like now, like if you travel to any city, there's someone you can connect with because of this platform,
It's happened to me. Yes.
right?
Yep.
How many times, and being able, like I've said this many times on my Wisdom Wednesday show, I'm a firm believer that spiritually we're all connected in some way, shape, or form.
I agree.
And because of the pandemic, and those of us that, right, like your community, they come and they see you and they vibe with you, and you've never seen their faces or you've never physically met them, and then there's an opportunity that you get a chance to meet some people in real life, and then you meet them and it's as if you've known them for years. Well, that just completes the whole circuit, right? Because spiritually we're all connected, and then the physical part just brings that closure together, because the humanistic traits is we all just want to feel valid, and we all just want to, we're social creatures, and we just want to vibe and just hang out with people, because there's sometimes in your stream, right? And again, you and I will agree with this. Sometimes in our stream, and what's going on in the chat room, like there's been times where I actually needed to be in and stream and be there with the chat, and actually help me out more than I felt like I helped them. I just think it's reciprocal.
Tuesday after work vibes for me, it's that. Monday and Tuesday, I do sales for a living, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes on Tuesday, it's like these managers want the numbers they have to come in on Friday to come in by Tuesday, bro. And they're down my neck, and I don't
Mm.
like a grown man breathing down my back, bro. That's not me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
stressed, but I look forward. I prep my sets Monday night because I don't want to abuse my viewers. Like, and when I say prep, I mean I want to know where I'm going. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
yeah.
want them to have a great time. By the way, really quick, man, my brother Latin Brothers, bro. I love the gift. Thank you so much. That's another family member, man. Yo, Canada. Oh man, I can't say enough great things about our Canada folks, man. Like
One
those
of the
people are
nicest people on the planet.
so unconditional, man. Like it's crazy. Like I want to go DJ up there, but I don't want to do a big venue. I want to do
Mm.
something intimate so I can actually do a set and then the house DJ gets on and I could vibe out with them.
Yeah,
It's like I want a lounge. I want 100 people or less. You know,
yeah,
and so big shout out to Lion Brothers and Dirty Banana Bartender. Yo, Nixky, I saw the message, bro. Go get the Kleenex. We gonna go in. You mentioned something that I always tell my kids, man. You know when you're a kid and you woke up to a total stranger, another kid, you're like, hey, buddy, you want to be my
yeah,
friend?
yeah.
Where do we lose that? Where do we lose that in life, bro? What's so hard? Because I could tell you something. I could tell by the way you are, your energy, that during lockdown, you were the type of guy that you would put in food in people's mouths. Shout
Hmm.
out to my brother Jeff B. I love that dude, bro. You know why? I went into his stream, and during COVID, this guy was like, please don't give me bids. Give it to a streamer. I do okay for myself. Give it to a streamer that depends on it.
Hmm.
Bro, I'm one of those people. I ride hard for people like that, bro.
Yeah,
I'm about that life, man. And I always tell people if I had a bad bone in me, my mother and my family wouldn't have my back the way that they do. We really genuinely want to be a productive part of this whole thing. And in
yeah.
life, like, dude, you know the messages. I'm sure you've gotten them, especially the way you are, where we don't have to tell everybody what it's about or who reached out to you. But the
Yeah.
fact you made a difference in their life, bro, it's like it's insane.
I
I've
think
had
that's the
people.
best compliment right there. Yeah.
It is, man. It is, and it's something I shoot for, honestly. Like today, I saw Scene speaking on, battling, you know, the whole thing with sobriety, right? And shout
Yeah.
out to my brother Vernimal. These guys are at the forefront. They're like, if you need help, you need support, reach out to me. We should all be doing that for our mental health, bro. You know how hard it is. Some of us have lost family members to COVID. I almost passed to it. So if I would have met my demise, bro, my family, they're young, bro. Like to me, it's like, how could you not be a decent human being after all we've seen, you know? And obviously, we're not stupid. We know the bad ones, right? You just keep
Yeah.
them away, bro, at arm's length
Yeah.
and keep it moving, man.
Yeah. For sure. Absolutely.
My brother Buddhas, I see you, man. Sound Factory, man. That dude is amazing, man. So talented, that guy, man. I know you guys go back.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait for that interview with Sam and Sound Factory. So I'm gonna play this clip for you. Well, of course, for you and for everyone in the chat, and then I want you to give me some of your thoughts. And we talked about as you're making this push for partner, and life is interesting in terms of you ever when you make the conscious decision that you want to do something that that's going to better you and others. Many times the universe will throw some things in there just to test you to see. But I love this clip because it talks about pressing forward, about resiliency. So I'm gonna play this clip, and then let's have a conversation about that. All right.
Awesome.
So check this out. Check this out.
Life has a tricky way of making you feel like you can't make it. You can start out doing so well, and then things hit you and you start to waver. You start to stumble. You start to sway. Your steps get a little shorter. But if you can manage to muscle up enough strength to keep putting one foot in front of the other, it might not look well. You may have to do it ugly. But what I want you to do is continue to do it.
Love
Sometimes
that.
it's not gonna look pretty.
Damn
It'll
right.
look ugly, right? Sometimes in our minds we think it has to be a certain way, but then life throws in a curveball, and then sometimes we get so crazy in our head and saying, "Well, it's supposed to be like this." Why? Because everybody else did it this way. Well, I disagree. It's going to be like this because that's the path it was paved for you. So you're going to do it a different way. The results will be there the same. Everyone's path will just look a little bit different. For example, when I made the push for partner, I started very late. I got serious in streaming. I created my account in August of 2020, I believe. Yeah, August of 2020. I started streaming in September. then I and then when I was able to really figure out what I was doing, I really started to do it in October. I made the push in June, and within that 30 days, within a 7-month period, Stan, I was blessed to become partner. It didn't look easy. It wasn't easy for me, and you talk about cats like DJ Alpha Music. uh, Props to him because he was one of those partners that actually helped me get there. DJ Icy Ice, DJ Curse, DJ E-Man, Theo, so many of these cats that I hung out with that I never knew until I jumped on Twitch, that were there to help me out. The craziest part about it is I remember driving and I already put in my application, and I would hear like a lot of the from other partners experience. They're like, just know that you'll most likely get denied
Get
the very
denied. Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for that. I was ready for anything, but I remember driving, and my email notification pops up and it says Twitch corporate.
Thank you, Jolly.
So right, and so I look at it, and then I pull over on the side, and I'm like, what is this? So I look at it, and the email reads, "We apologize for our previous email that we sent you. Our staff made a mistake. Please refer to the very next email that we will send you." So now I'm looking for the first email. I was like, so did I get it or did I not get it? Right? So I'm looking for that email and I can't find it. And then I look in my spam email and I find it. Right? So I open up the initial email. I remember the time too. It was like 4 it was 4:15 p.m. and it says, you know, thank you for applying for a partnership in Twitch. Unfortunately, and then it's the denial email. Then the second email is, we made a mistake, and then a minute later, for I get the other email where they said, well, congratulations, you're a Twitch partner. So talk about just the emotions
bro.
that are going up
It's
and down, you know, like it
it's
was crazy.
happening now. It's
It's
happening now because you can't have a bad stream. You have the stress. I never ever cared about the numbers, and now I have to for the community. It's not just for me. The hard work, right? So if I'm selfish and I want to stay on and my numbers are dropping,
yeah,
all my guys are like, no, no, dude, know what you're doing. Make sure that you don't drop below that number you're replacing. And that's big, man. I almost Twitch was twitching on Sunday, bro. I showed at
yeah,
62. My final number was 77, bro.
yeah, crazy.
Like it
Yeah,
just twitched and it sucks. But thank God we held on and we finished up and everything worked out. And
yeah,
shout out to anybody and all that were in there, man. Appreciate you guys. But I never want to be that corny guy that people are like, yo, he just cares about. No, unfortunately, right now, there's been a lot of investment from a lot of people, in- including Alpha, man. Alpha did his own, when the numbers started going down, he just started reaching out, man. That guy did his own raid,
yeah,
like on the down low. He never wants credit. Like my man Mechon, they do these things. They never want credit, but I got to give credit where credit is due, man. And those guys, man, they're like my angels, man. It really, it's just crazy to me that someone would show so much kindness and they're not asking for anything. That's why I tell Alpha, man, I can't wait till the day you tell me, yo, let's pull up on this person. I'm like, count me in, bro,
yeah.
because that's
Nice.
that's what he was. That's what they did for me,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure, for sure. Yeah. So you talk about your community. You talk about your path and stuff, and I'm sure there's right. We talk about that roller coaster. Um, what are like some of the challenges that you've been kind of going through? If you're open to share some of that, in terms of like emotional, like how has it been for you?
So for me, it's just I don't want to let everybody around me down. You
Yeah,
know, I'm very goal based, but it doesn't mean like I'll do anything. Like I keep telling everybody, if this will happen, if it's meant to be, when it's meant to be,
yeah,
because we'll push forward. Because obviously we don't want to let our foot off the gas. But there's a whole bunch of talented folks that I know that like we know the sauce now. We see it. We know the numbers. No one explained to me that if you have a good couple of streams, like really, really good, that's the time your ass needs to manage these numbers the best so you see what needs to fall off to get you to the right path.
yes,
I did a stream not too long ago for someone. It was unplanned and it actually hurt my number. And
mm,
I wasn't thinking about that, right? Obviously. And um, I hadn't told anybody because I didn't want to put the pressure on people. But once another couple of bad streams fell off, it was time to tell people, like, hey, officially it's not an official path to partner because we haven't unlocked it yet, right?
yeah,
But officially we're there. Like this morning, we're close to 69. I dropped because of what had happened. If not, we'd be up already around somewhere around the 70s, for sure. But the best thing is, I got a couple of bad ones that are gonna get replaced, and I think those are gonna take us to the right numbers. So, man, shout out, shout out to Alpha because he knows exactly these percentages. Today he was like, "Yo, did it update already?" By the way, that's different. The path to partner, that number updates when it wants to. For me, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. Mechoni was telling me that when another one of our guys was going through it, it was 3 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. So
mm,
would be midnight for the West Coast guys. Dude, for me, I checked. No, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's exactly when it changed, right on the dot. So that's the you talk about the roller coaster ride. Yeah, right now we're managing those numbers because we want to make sure that we do the right thing. And please, anybody in the chat, man, the biggest thing is you see my flyer right now or anything that has our name on it, please repost. It's a free way to give us amazing support
yeah,
because maybe you're busy, but maybe you're there, right? somebody else could come in. Maybe they never seen us. And the best thing is, and I got this from Michon, man. When you have a good time with someone and you let them know about your other friends that stream, like, yeah, listen, everybody gets a shout out in my stream.
Yeah.
But when we connect, our people know we connect.
Yeah.
I see Bashi KD in my stream heavy now, and I
Yeah.
think the world of her. I think the world of her.
Yeah.
I don't know if Leslie Fanini's in here. Can somebody tell me? I don't know if she went to bed. I know she wakes up very early.
Hmm.
But we have a young lady that she's streaming cooking shows, man, and she's part of our community, man, and we want her to
Yeah.
grow. I highlight her. Why? Because not everybody's doing that. So go check her out. We have another young lady, Scarmona 29. She does this amazing Zumba classes, bro. Nobody else is doing it. This poor girl's giving it her heart. She's a licensed instructor, and dude, she's doing it for free here. You know, it's like it's not about me. It's about us, man, and legit, it's about us. There's no bigger pleasure to me than when I pull up in their chat, and some of these amazing folks like Banana Bartender is everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere, bro. That fills my heart, man. That's better than 100 subs, bro, for me personally.
Yeah.
That shows loyalty, and that shows people that are about the community, man.
And I love the crossing over, right? Like when you talk about the different
DJ Icy
Icy
Ice.
Ice just popped in.
Oh
What's up?
man.
Shout out to the one and only the Ice Father himself, DJ Icy
Wow.
Ice. Right?
Wow.
Well, but that's what I'm talking about. You see these cats, these legendary DJs, Alpha Music, right? Michon, Icy Ice. They hear about it, like, hey man, let me just jump in, say what's up, show some aloha, show some love, right here on the channel, and to everybody. It just shows you the community that I think we all took part of on what we created, which is why it's so successful. And I think for many of you guys, that aren't part of this specific mastermind group, that controversial and ILLKAT and Little Fever and Sandman Sound Factory and all these cats are Goroish, all these guys that are part of DJX. Uh,
Rod
I would
Live, my brother.
I would definitely find a group of people that are like minded, that have the same vision and passion, where you want to keep each other accountable. Number two, that you got their back, that you're not afraid to say, hey man, so you may want to turn your mic on or get a microphone and
Yeah.
start having that conversation with your chat room. Otherwise, it may not work from my experience, right? To have that difficult conversation just to say, hey, look, our only intention is to help you grow your community. This is what we feel the formula is. At least that's what it is for us because it's working. If it's working, by all means, right? So,
Bro,
you
there's
know,
no cheat.
there is no
Put in
cheat.
the work.
Yeah, there
Like,
is no cheat.
like
Yeah,
again, you show me love, my family's gonna come show you love and your viewers, right? And we say our community, all right? For me, it's family, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's the same thing. And the problem is that some of these people in some of these groups, they do the bare minimum and keep it moving, and then they wonder why they're not getting results. You know why? Because you're not being genuine. And the thing about this is that people that are gonna have your back are the ones that are gonna know that once they've helped you, you're gonna turn right back around and make sure that they're good.
People
You
know
know?
though. The saying is everyone knows everything. They know, and they can smell a rat easily,
Nancy,
whether
thank you for the shout out.
whether you're there for a couple minutes or not, right? So it's just one
Yeah,
of those
they
things.
they got the mic stand jokes, bro. I'm amazed they haven't started talking about the table. Thank you guys,
Oh yeah, the table. Jeez, what was it? I think it was Kova. Kova showed it. He actually clipped it, and it was
bro.
showing it. That's how I found out about it because of
Bro,
Kova, right? And but right, but he was talking about, like, look, we make clips of it, we laugh about it, but that's just part of the community because we show this man so much love, and he's referring to you because of the type of individual and the character that you are, right? But I wanted to show this because you said something about uh this some people get it, some people don't. But when you're moving up, the analogy, I think I said this when I was talking to Little Fever, is that at some point you'll get too big for your pond, so you got to swim up to the next pond where it's a
I
little bigger,
mhm.
right? And then and hang out and swim with like-minded people, right? And so check out this clip. Check this clip. And this is actually Snoop Dogg, and he talks about the gap and closing the gap and separating it. So check this out.
But as you grow, you lose certain homies because it's called closing the gap. This is the gap when we start. This is the gap as you grow. Notice how you grow and they don't. So how do you close the gap? You got to come back down. When you come back down, you lose. So you got to keep going up. That's why closing that gap got to be them catching up to you. And if they don't catch up, you got to leave them behind.
Man, I'm about that, dude. I grew up in a inner city block where I would have to greet no lie at least 30 people before I made it to my apartment. I remember
Mm,
dudes getting shot during broad daylight, bro, in front of the cops. So
crazy.
yeah, and I mean, my parents they knew they couldn't get us anywhere else, bro. I came here from a war-stricken country, El Salvador, bro. I grew up in New York City, and it's like I didn't want my kids to grow in that, bro. I got a kid that if you got him, he's 19 years old. If you gave him candy and said I sent you, he might get in your car and leave with you because as smart as he is, he's very innocent.
Yeah,
And that's the way I wanted it to be, man. Life will, he's a smart guy, but life will make him tough, man. I don't need the streets to show him that. So,
true, true. Um, what if there's a favorite quote or any type of words of wisdom or any um, mantra or things that you live by? Like, what would that be for you?
man, there's so many, brother, but I mean, to me, it's always, that thing I mentioned before about, remembering as a kid the kindness, man. Like, bro, there's people out there that are still genuinely great people, man. And, it's like I lead with my heart, brother. And if somebody gives me a reason not to mess with them, I just don't, you know. But I'm always that guy, bro, that as a kid I'd walk up to you and be like, hey, you want to be my friend? I'm still that dude, bro.
Nice, I
You
love
know,
it.
and,
I
and
love it.
and I say again, any of my streamers that are in here, please forgive me if you ever catch me and I'm between things. But I've learned, and it took me a while to learn this. In here, yo, that networking aspect of it, some people don't realize how important it is, man. Because me myself as a streamer, I rather you be part time in my stream and an actual viewer than you never showing up because you're too busy. Like support starts with that. Forget about the subs and bids. For me, it's like create a vibe, man, and you'll also benefit from it. We see it, right? The communities that
Absolutely.
interact with each other often tend to grow together, man. Yo, I'm starting to see DJ Scenes people in my chat, bro. Like that to
Yeah,
me is crazy, and those people are amazing, man. And it's insanity. Alpha Music, man, DJ Alpha Music. I think he's gonna have to claim me between him and Mechon. I don't know. They'll probably both claim me on the taxes at some point, bro. Insane.
well, you definitely have created a community of love, a community of support, and I would even be safe to say a community where maybe perhaps some of these people may have not been in a good space, and they jump into your chat, and then they find out who you are, and then totally see a different perspective because of because of who you are, because of what you are, and what you do for them during your streams. And I think that's how you should do it. So thank you for that. I think you're amazing in terms of who you are, and of course, bless up to your mom because she did it right, you know.
Oh, thank you. Mahalo for that, man.
And so much props to you because, again, you're that type of person like, hey, look, I'm moving this direction, and I think this is something good for me in my life and with the people I care about. So guess what? Let's do this together as a group and let's move together
Oh,
because that's
thank you.
just the type of person that you are.
Thank you, man. By the way, the silent professor, man, thank you for the kind words.
Yeah.
DJ Unique, again, thank you so much for the raid, brother. I hope you're still up in here. Who else raided us too? I want to shout him out again. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Set Sabalis.
Setsabalis, thank you so much for the
Yeah.
raid. Appreciate the support, man. Blessings.
Yeah.
We got my sister coming up shortly too. Oh man,
Yeah.
her story is wild, man. She's
Well,
so
yeah.
talented, bro. She's just amazing. She's the sister. I always have to like catch myself, and she's like, "Dude, it's okay. I'm a professional." I'll let her tell her story, but she's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely,
Shout
man.
out to Unique NYC, man.
Unique NYC, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
When are you streaming? Tell us your schedule.
So my set schedule, right? Because Thursday we most of the time we're on, but that changes because obviously we want to make sure everybody's accommodated, right?
Yeah,
So Thursdays is always you have to look at the flyer when we put it out. We usually right now we're starting with June B at 12 o'clock in the West Coast, and it's a all day party to like 10, 11 o'clock depending on the date. But my set days are Tuesday. These are Eastern Standard Times. Okay, so Tuesday
yeah,
7 to 9 p.m. And then Sundays right now is 3 p.m. to it's 3 to 5 p.m. We do Salsita Sundays, and I'm part of this Ray Train with DJ Flaco. He puts it together, and the real DJ June. So Justin Forever 20. So they put that together, and it's been working because I used to do salsa by myself, and these guys were doing it. They're also New York DJs, and they were like, dude, our people are having a hard time because they want to support everybody. Why don't we just make it so that we all connect to each other? So it's been working, man, and
nice.
I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the community that shows up for that. Salsa's not for everybody, brother, but the people that really like it, like they're in there heavy, man,
Oh yeah,
and
man.
that's dope. So yeah, man, Little Fever, shout out to him real quick, man. I know we gotta go, right? But I gotta mention this thing with the whole
Go
table.
ahead, man. Go ahead,
So
brother.
I've never gone viral with anything. I had on a salsa Sunday, the table broke, the legs, bro. It was like my multi-use table. Like I run a photo booth and the props go on it. When we have barbecues in the backyard, this table goes out, right? So eventually, the screws in the middle, I guess, oxidized, and this thing just broke, bro. There was no way I couldn't have planned it. Thank God nothing got damaged. But I was so upset that after that, like we rated out, and that was amazing. That was like things changing. We rated out that day. I want to say the radar was 100, but like 77 stayed. You know how that number changes so much? But I was
Yes.
happy
Yeah.
because that girl that's doing the cooking show, Leslie Fanini, aka Mama Guero's Kitchen, she she had just we thought she had just unlocked affiliate that day, so I had all intentions to rate her. She was in the process of it, but you know how you make that hour and then the next time it kicks in? That's what happened to her. So we rated into her after the table, and I was mad. I went to dinner. My wife was like, she's like, "You okay?" By the way, shout out to my brother DJ Elusive. He made those emos with the broken table and the freaking Johnny
Nice.
Walker blue in the middle. Um,
Nice. I
so
love it.
I went to dinner with my wife. I was upset. I didn't want to know nothing. I disconnected. I didn't host nobody. I was doing none of that, man. I was done with Twitch that day. I wake up the next day. Oh, that night, I wanted to explain to the community what happened, right, and that everything was fine. Hopefully, I didn't even check the equipment, but I wanted to let them know everything was okay. I actually posted the video of what happened.
Mm,
Fever got a hold of it. Fever remixes the video. DJ Rob Ryan drops, hits me up. He's like, bro, let's collab. Yo, he puts this thing, bro. The last time I checked, I don't know if anybody has the actual numbers, man, but we were over 10,000 impressions, bro. Just
nice.
crazy. Dude, I woke up, I kid you not, to like, I want to say somewhere like 30 messages that I had to get back about the table after what happened, bro. Like, it was just insane. It was amazing. The dope thing about it is, man, a lot of people showed up, just to show support, and it goes to show you what, legit people on Twitch are willing to do, man. So it's dope, man. I can't thank each and every one of you guys enough for all your support, man. And I
I
really
think the
hope. Mhm.
I think the other part too is it's a great example of when things just don't turn out right,
Thank you, Fever.
and you still win. You know what I mean? Like you look at something like that where like, holy crap, my system literally crashed. It collapsed, right? The table broke, and then
Raimundo.
somebody clips it, and then they do something, and then it goes viral. But there's right, like I always said, with any challenges, there's I always say there's a lesson and there's a blessing behind it,
Yep.
right? Definitely, once you're able to identify the two, I think, and then understand, acknowledge, and recognize it, and then own it and then move forward, that is where the miracles happen, right? And so the blessing, I think, behind that, I mean, aside from everybody, look, I ain't gonna lie, I was cracking up when I saw it, but
Dude,
the
I laugh, bro. There's no
right,
somebody. I'm
yeah,
sorry. Somebody asked me if I added the sample that you hear of the bottle rattling at the end. I still tears, bro, when I laugh. I couldn't have planned it. The screen went like that
Yeah,
because this
yeah,
is a USB camera,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
it popped off, and that's the
yeah.
screen you get. You
Right,
couldn't
right.
have, yo. I have to thank God for that, bro. I gotta go to church and make a nice donation over there, bro, because that just happened, and it was
It was
great.
so dope. It was so funny. But I love it. Again, life will throw you all different things. It's how you respond to it. That's really what it's all about.
Thank
There's
you,
a
Fever.
question.
Yes.
There's a
Hmm.
question that I highlighted for you. Shout out to Wicked Wayata. First of all, Kyoto to you, bro. Thank you so much for the follow. It says the thing I struggle with is supporting a wide network with so little time in my schedule. How do you deal with limited time and a big network?
I'm my guys in here will tell you, it's a lot of hard work. There's some plugins and stuff you can use to make sure that you are hosting your people and check in from your cell phone. That's key, man, because again, we want to count as viewers, man. It's no rigging anything. It's legit hard work. These things, they don't work all the time. It takes a lot of work, and it takes for you to know somebody else's schedule, and for you to have their back. And obviously, you don't just want to be the guy that all the time just counts as a viewer. Like legit, you want to engage, you want to connect with these people, not to steal them from anybody, but the fact that this is a reflection of you and your community too when you're in somebody else's stream.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say Wicked Wayata, right? Time is limited. Everyone has their priorities. I always say, look, your real life family will always take precedence over Twitch, but just know that you have a Twitch family that's waiting for you that'll support you no matter what. So when you go in, maybe perhaps be very selective as in terms of who you can go and see for a little bit, engage in the chat. One of the things that really worked for me was my mods because they're all over the Twitch streets, and if
Yes,
they
that's what
see
they do.
somebody, right, if they see somebody that is asking for help, they'll text me like, hey, I'm in so and so's room, and like the bat signal goes out. We have a text group, on Facebook, like, hey, so and so is on, they need some help. If you have time, jump in, right? And it's times like that, well, I'll just jump in. I said, hey, I got the call. How are you doing? Just here to support you, right? And that goes a long, long, long way. Just being able to be very selective
Bro,
in terms of who you
bro,
can go out and see just for
the
temporary.
sad part is not everybody gets that, bro. That's the sad part.
Yeah,
Like,
but here's the thing though. But we do. I don't think we
yeah,
can control what the other people do, but
yes,
if
I
we can
agree.
show and be that example, then I think that's what we should focus on because
Yes,
we cannot control what the other people do because we know this is life. There's stupid people out there. You cannot control stupid and you cannot fix stupid. However, what we can control is what we do and what our community does for
that's
them,
right.
right?
Wicked Weed, I got a question for you. If you were to unlock Path to Partner right now, you know you got to maintain your average, right? And it's like it's all hands on deck. You're calling everybody to make sure that the biggest thing is the ramp up time, right? Like you need to start with great numbers because if not, you could be at 150 and you're still not going to be at the right average because people showed up late. Um, but if you were on that path, right, you'd find a way. I think like if we all start thinking those that are searching that purple check of how you would act, you need to start doing that now. Like in other words, put in the time and support other people so that when you're ready, they're the ones. Like Alpha was the one to come and show me the way. It's crazy because Mechoning would have done it, but nobody knew. There's so much going on. Mechon just dealt with a personal situation, and he was really doing his best to stay up on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Like he was dealing with
Yeah,
something at the time when all this happened. And I can't rely on Kova. Me and Kova, people don't know. Me and Kova don't talk about Twitch. We've known each other for a long time. We're just really good friends. And uh, Little Fever could attest to that. Um, Dude, it's about in here. It's definitely about when the time is right, and somebody's gonna come and let you know, and make sure that you know that you do the right thing, man. So, look, man, you're a great example. Alpha's
and
a
so
great
are you,
example.
and so are you, my
Man, thank
friend.
you. Not yet, brother. Like they say that purple check doesn't change things. For me personally, when I saw purple checks in here, bro, I wanted one. I didn't know how. I didn't see myself having one. Now that the community's behind us, I want to make sure that we bring that in. I told Michon I dream of the day where all the guys that he helped out, that are the core guys to whoever's Clásico, They want a purple check, have a purple check. That's the mission. All my guys in that mastermind group, yo, I was telling them today, a lot of them are at the cusp. They just don't know it. Cause Don, that 40 average viewer, it's important. Like
Yeah,
after that, it's
it really
crazy because
is.
it jumps. Like if you're on the right path, you will see a tremendous jump. You just have to concentrate on having a steady 40 that really care about you.
Yeah, yeah,
You're right,
man.
Mitchell. You're right. But unfortunately, too, right? We can't miss and just kind of lay back and like say, hey, when it happens, like, bro, you're with you. It's amazing because a lot of your family, they yo. If you think I have family, Mechon is on some other level, bro. He's got uncles that streaming here, like it's just insane. Um, but I do feel like if the numbers are there, you have to make a push because if you relax, you're kind of insulting everybody that's had your back, right? Like dude, if you're there, push for it. Um, Again, there's no way, bro, that right now I'm jumping on any raid trains for anybody right now. Like we're controlling the controllables and hoping for the best, and hopefully it works out in the end.
Yeah, bro, man.
Rosie,
I appreciate you so much. I mean, thank you
thank you,
for taking time out of your busy schedule to be
bro.
here with me on Wisdom
Appreciate it.
Wednesday. Mahalo to your community, your family, sending you mad aloha and love, and to you,
Thank you.
especially your beautiful mother and your
Appreciate it.
community. I appreciate you so much,
Thank you.
bro.
Mahalo to you, man.
Man, and thank you
And your
to you and
amazing
your
mods.
community, man.
Cloudy
Seriously,
Cloudy Queen is like the secret to everything, bro. That girl. There's
yeah,
another guy that I have, Team Ricio. That dude is like the ultimate lurker. Like Scene says he goes on I forgot what it is. He has a term like some sort of like deep lurk. Yo, Team
yeah,
Ricio got him beat, bro. This dude, like, he comes back and he's like, yo, you know what I saw over there? Blah, blah. I'm just like, bro, we're not about that,
yeah,
you know? So, yeah, man. I mean, these Twitch streamers, right? Sometimes you find motivation. Sometimes you find people that are just like just wilding out, bro. I mean,
yeah,
the craziness, right? But we're not about that. So you know what? We push forward with those that have the same mentality. And I thank you for giving us the chance because your energy, bro, that comes through in every stream that you have, man. It's like I tell people, man, go catch a guy named Vernimo that we have.
yes,
You're
sir.
never gonna be upset, bro. That dude,
Yeah,
he's just the right energy, man. Alpha Music, I never seen him upset, bro. That guy is always like so mellowed out. I'm like, bro, I need whatever coffee and donuts that you're consuming because I need that in my life, bro.
well, we definitely need you in our lives. So
Thank you,
thank you
man.
so much, man. I'll
Appreciate it.
make sure to see you and continue to support you as you make that push. And even after, when you get that purple check mark,
Dijon Mustard.
we'll
Yeah.
still be there to support you, man. But I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Looking forward.
Any last and final words you want to share to the chat?
No, I'm so sorry that I kept you guys so
Oh,
long,
don't
man. Thank you for
apologize,
the
man.
opportunity.
Don't apologize, man. All good, brother. All
Thank
good,
you.
man.
Thank you. Listen, ILLKAT, her story, man, we will
Yeah,
rock out right now. So we're going nowhere, guys. Don't pull out emotes in the chat if you got them. If you
that's right.
sub to
Don't pull out.
Mechon, don't pull out emotes.
Don't
The
pull out.
party
Don't ever pull
continues,
out.
man. That's right.
And if you
All right.
decide to, it's just a tip. Um, I love you, bro.
Yo,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much,
much.
man.
I'll see
Likewise,
you in the
man.
chat room.
Appreciate you.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
man. Okay. All right.
Mahalo.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Aloha. Okay. Once again, chat room, chat ohana, like, please drop your DJ controversial emotes for this brother right here, man. I appreciate him so much. So thank you. We're gonna continue on this interview, and we're gonna bring this sister on. I know you have her emotes, so go ahead and drop your ill cat emotes for a sister, and I'll bring her into the interview. So chat ohana, please help me welcome the one and only ill cat. What up?
Hi,
What up?
everybody. Oh my gosh, this chat has been lit since it turned
It's
on.
crazy, crazy. Hey, look,
Y'all are insane in here.
I'm gonna step back for a little bit, and I'll have you address and say hello to everybody really, really quick. Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? I'm ILLKAT. Hello. Sandman, I see you. DJ Nixky, Death from Above, Silent Professor. What up, you guys? Dijon Mustard. Oh my god. Hold on. It's not in slow mo, DJ X. Wasted, what up? Claudie Queen. Oh, MVP Claudie Queen. DJ
Yes.
Smooth. DJ Garouche. Got your name right. Can't forget Dirty Banana Bartender. Miss Yoli. Booters. Ahitagni. Oh my goodness. Nancy, yo, what up, everybody? Good to see you guys. Can we get some
Awesome.
hearts in the chat for DJ Controversial? Wasn't that very
Yes.
motivational?
So good. He's so good, man.
What up, TM and Serrata?
So good. Shout out to DJ Kevin Rain. He's all out in Florida. Yeah, so good to see you, Kev. Love you, brother. Good to see you. Earlier there was he's a Hawaii DJ. He's actually going to be on my Wisdom Wednesday show next week.
Hmm.
It's Cup Master Spaz. He was here just for a little bit, but I just want to make sure I shout him out too as well. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe
Oh my goodness, where do I begin? I guess.
like it
the-
was a dark and stormy night.
well, I guess let's start off with my DJing. Yes, I've been a DJ since I was 16. I started off as a B girl. Got
Nice.
fascinated by the DJ, and I also used to work at a skating rink when I was a teenager, so got fascinated by the DJs over there too. Um, and when I was 16, I had a friend who was a DJ, and I played piano. So we made a plan like,
Nice.
hey, you teach me how to do this, I'm gonna teach you how to play piano.
Nice.
So and that's what really set it off, was from that point. So I actually started on vinyl. I would collect um different hip hop vinyls, some freestyle vinyls. I have a really small collection, but it's golden in there. um yes, I do. I play piano as well. um but yeah, I started off with vinyl and I learned off of that. And then I didn't really start doing it professionally until I was probably in my 20s. It is a hobby and a passion of mine to do. Music is everything to me. Like I said, I play piano and I sing. But this is like what I really love doing. As far as like, get doing like shows and gigs and whatnot. Um,
Now, in terms of like your DJ career, was it more radio? Was it club for you? Was it mobile, or was it like a little bit of everything for you?
it was a little bit of everything. I will
Yeah,
tell you, clubs, weddings, it ain't my thing.
that's good to
S-
know. That's good to know. Nothing wrong
I
with that. Nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that.
I actually call myself an event DJ because I prefer playing like festivals or like gaming conventions as well, sneaker
Nice.
conventions. I love doing things like that. And when I first started, I was always playing like MC battles and b-boy battles.
Mm.
That's where I really got my start, and it was just a great way to kind of practice. Um, Club really is just not. It's not me.
That's not your jam. The club's
It's
not your
not my
jam.
jam. I love going clubbing. Don't get me wrong. I love going
And
clubbing, but
again,
it's
nothing
just
wrong
not.
with that. Nothing
Yeah,
wrong with that.
it
Yeah,
just wasn't my jam, and maybe
yeah,
because I'm one of those people that like requests. If you
yeah.
wanna if you wanna listen to that one song, I mean, you could pull it up on your phone. I know it sounds horrible, but every DJ knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, we do. No, and the reason why I say that because, like you, I'm on the flip side because weddings is everything for me. I love weddings. Like prior to the pandemic, I was doing 40, 50 weddings a year, right? For me, it was because in Hawaii, when people ask that are visiting, like, hey, when's wedding season for you? My answer is always yes, because it's all year round, because it's the destination state,
Mhm.
right? And so weddings more my jam. It's a lucrative market. You can make really, really good money. And it's not about the money, but at the same time, as a business person, right? The bottom line is the bottom line, and so compared to like the other events, that wasn't my thing. So
Mhm.
like for me, I'll marry them, I'll MC, and then I'll DJ. And that's my jam for me. Like I'll just do that, and I won't do anything else. Like you can do the club gigs, you can do, like in Hawaii, there's every excuse to throw a party. So like there's so much work here. There's not enough DJs and musicians to meet the demand. That's how crazy it is here in Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, to each his own. So, right,
Yeah.
whereas you'd rather do the festivals, that's more your thing. Like, yeah, for me, yeah.
Yeah, I love doing it, and right now, actually, for the past almost 2 years, I have been the official DJ for Mission Pro Wrestling. which is a all
Nice.
women's wrestling promotion run by Thunder Rosa, who's on AEW. She reached out to me and asked me, she was wanting to do this project of an all women's empowerment wrestling
Nice.
promotion. And man, when she asked me, I was like, oh my God, yes, like I'm actually a wrestling fan, so this is perfect for me. And I've been loving it ever since. So I tour around with them and I DJ for them once or twice a month, usually out in Conroe and in Austin. Is where I play, but it's such a good feeling to represent on the female DJ side for a wrestling promotion, and I get to meet famous wrestlers, which is cool.
Well,
like
I love the fact that they were conscious enough that when they chose a DJ, they chose a female DJ,
yes, so
right?
the
So I think that's the more even more awesome part.
Yeah. So that was the big thing about the promotion was she wanted everyone that worked for this promotion to be female, from the cameraman to the referee to even setting up the ring. Like all of us are female.
That's
So
awesome.
it's very empowering to do. I actually have a show coming up on Saturday that I have to that we're doing in Conroe.
So speaking of female, because you and I had this brief conversation off camera before we went live. So as a female DJ, what are some of the challenges that you go through that your male counterparts probably don't get to experience, or if they do, it's very few and far between? What are some of the challenges for you
I
as a
guess
female DJ?
I guess people are more critical on the female DJ. Like for instance, some people times, and it doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes people come into the chat and they're like, "Oh, she's just pushing buttons," or "Oh, she's not doing anything."
Yeah,
And back of my mind, like the H town in me is like fuming in the back, but at the same time, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give these people the time
yeah,
or attention
yeah. Nor
to
the
me
power.
reacting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I
Right.
know my worth.
Good for you, sister. Good for you. Right. I also mentioned about I could only imagine as a female DJ and even doing things online when you're DJing on Twitch,
Hmm.
that you probably, you know, because it's virtual and it's online, you don't know who's on the opposite side or in the chat room, right? They could pose to be anyone, but sometimes people will decide to do stupid things, right? And maybe like send you some messages that are explicit in nature, that their only intent is to see how far they can try see possibly hook up, or just not good intentions. Like, how's that been for you?
You know, it hasn't been too bad for my channel, just
Yeah.
because I think everyone that comes in, they see my vibe. I'm not.
Hmm.
I have a really I have like all good vibes in the channel. Yes, you do have some people that will DM and offer these weird things, but just block and delete, pay them no mind. I usually give everybody a benefit of a doubt in the channel, especially my mods. My mods are like my bodyguards.
Yeah.
So shout out to my mods in here. They know what I don't like because we've been together for so long. Speaking of which, I have been a streamer for 4 years. um, I actually started on Mixer. Mixer
Mm.
was the Twitch rival, and I actually got partnership with Mixer. If you guys have never heard
Mm.
of Mixer, it was like um, Microsoft's version of Twitch. And it was a pretty big community, but unfortunately, it did shut down about 2 years ago. And like I said, I was partnered with them for a good 2 years. And when the shutdown happened, oh man, like my heart sank.
Oh, jeez.
Cause imagine like you having a check mark and then it just all goes away, and all
Yeah.
the fault and like all the numbers that you worked for just like goes down to zero and you have to start all over.
So, what would you say like the difference between Mixer and Twitch, or even perhaps Periscope? Like, what was the difference between just the three different platforms?
Um, Essentially they all do the same thing. You
Yeah.
you have a community on it. Mixer was more family oriented, as far as like not like kids and whatnot, but
Mm.
we were like a whole gang. I think everyone knew everybody.
Yeah.
And conventions were like the biggest meetups for us. For instance, PAX. When PAX would happen, we would all fly to PAX, like every single one of us, and that was like our big reunion for everybody that like you hang out in the chat with. Um, So when that shut down, all of us kind of had nowhere to go, and Twitch gave us all the opportunity. Whoever was partnered, there was two places we could go. One was Facebook. Um, I was offered partnership with Facebook, and
Yeah.
when I tried to stream on there for one time, they shut me down after 30 minutes. I was like, I
Yeah.
can't
You're
be with
done.
you
You're
guys.
done. Yeah.
And then so I applied for my Twitch partnership, and I had like my numbers right, but
Yeah.
there was such an influx of everybody applying that was a partner that they only selected, like a certain percentage of people. So that broke my heart when that happened. So I took a little break to kind of recollect myself. But then I've grown to love Twitch. And
Yeah.
what I love about Twitch is the awesome DJ and music community on here. Because on Mixer, there was maybe like 10, maybe 20 of us DJs that were on there.
Yeah.
So coming into Twitch, it was like a whole new world for us.
Mm.
It was just there was just so many, and I personally loved it because I would watch DJs that I admire, and
Yeah.
then ended up being friends with a lot of them. Ended up seeing some of them live, which was great. And then I also met my cool DJ group that's all in here.
Nice. So, were some of your followers or your people that were on Mixer, did they follow you over to Twitch? Or
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, some of them, a lot of them came over, and they're still rocking with me today, which makes me so happy because I call them my day ones.
nice. I love it. I love it.
But
Speaking of,
yeah, and I don't just DJ on my channel. Like I started off actually as a Fortnite streamer.
so you were gaming prior
I
to
was a
that.
gaming streamer
That's awesome.
first, and
That's
then
awesome.
I was like, okay, well, what other content can I do? And I was like, well, I DJ on the side, so let me try that. And then tried doing that, and that started doing well. And then I started adding more and more and more to where I built Legos, to where I built, to where I cook or whatnot. So it's a true variety channel, and it's the way that it is now because of the 4 years that I've been doing this.
Yeah. Nice. So as a gamer, because
Danny,
I know.
sorry,
What's up, Danny? No, no. Shout out to Hyatt Stanley
hi
all out in
Danny.
Arizona. Speaking of legends, shout out to DJ White Gold all up in Canada. Shout out to the one and only White Gold. Good to see you, sir.
Hi,
Hope
DJ
all is
White
well.
Gold
So
and
being
Virgil.
a streamer that did gaming and other things, what's the difference, would you say, like the gaming community as opposed to like the DJ community? Like, is there a difference between the
Oh,
two?
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a big difference. So I have to actually keep that in mind. So with the DJ community, a lot of, we shout each other out because we openly support each other.
correct.
Um, Gaming community is a little different. Like you kind of keep your shout outs to a minimum because at the same time you're creating content. But I find little ways to sneak it in. Because I'm like DJ Controversial. I'm all about community. I want to share,
Yeah.
like, if I know someone's stream is like awesome, I want everyone in my community to know that this person's stream is awesome.
Yeah, and so my 19-year-old son was giving me a brief overview as how different it is on the gaming community side as opposed to the DJ side, and exactly like what you said, he's like, "Dad, it's totally different. You don't shout out people, like you don't go in there, and it's not like people will come in and try and promote. I mean themselves. Some do, but for the most part, for our community, people seldom ever do that. But on the gaming side, very very different,
Yeah,
right?
it's a completely different animal. Like, even
Yeah.
like, I personally love emote spam. I absolutely love it. But in gaming streams, you can't emote spam because it's frowned
Um,
upon. It's kind of it's strange, right?
so it's considered it's rude. Not rude. It's just that's you just don't do that. On
Yeah,
the
like, it's
gaming side.
a in the gaming
Yeah.
side, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some that are cool with it, but there's a lot of them that, like, don't want that, and they'll message you like, "Hey, can you
Yeah.
not emote spam?" But I'm like, "Man, like, it's fun when it's fun.
It
What's wrong
is.
with
It is.
you?"
Oh, it's just yeah, like that's just me showing my expression on that I think it's dope being on this channel. But okay, whatever's right.
Like, for me, I love emotes. They hype me up. Like, and I vibe however my chat vibes. If they're throwing all these crazy emotes, I'll be like, yeah, like, I'll be rocking even harder. I'll probably like ramp up my BPMs or do something crazy.
So I'm gonna flip this,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna show you a clip, and I want you to and but I want your thoughts behind it too as well, and maybe you can share maybe a time in your life where there was some challenges and how you overcome it. So
Okay.
um, let me share this.
DJ
Right.
Jeff.
What's up, Jeff? Good to see you. So I actually want to share two, right? So here's the first one right here.
Sometimes in life, when everything's going great for you and you don't know good from bad, you need to experience a little rain sometimes so you can enjoy the sunshine again. And now I'm happy for the small things in life.
Okay, so that's the first one. But let
Okay.
me share this second one, and check this one out.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
So sometimes we have to, it's good to experience some rain in our lives, right? And I've heard that expression many times because how are you going to experience joy from sorrow if you don't have it? And so I'm a firm believer of there must needs be balance in all things.
Yes.
So maybe a time in your life that you had some challenges. If you're open to
So get the
sharing,
Kleenex ready.
let's go there.
my
Let's go there.
my whole past 4 or 5 years has all been rain.
Okay.
Honestly, what got me started into streaming was it's no secret to my community, so I'm not going to make it a secret to you guys. I have trouble having children. Um and I've been dealing with this for the past 4 years. And what got me into streaming was because I was very depressed when my first trial at pregnancy did not go through. And I was like a wreck. I was always crying, and then I had to find something to do, and that's when I started doing the streaming thing.
Mm,
And I think I started using streaming, not saying I'm using you guys, but like using it as a way to cope with everything I was going through.
yeah.
Long story short, I am still struggling. This is my third. I do in vitro, so this is my third harvest, and this is my fifth in vitro attempt, and it's been roller coaster after roller coaster. But the thing with me is every time that one failed, and every time I had like a miscarriage, I like of course would cry, but then I would
Yeah.
pick myself back up and just like be like, okay, well, this failed. Like, what can I do better? What can I do differently? And so each little baby step, I'm getting closer and closer to that, to what I want, and that's to have children. So oh yeah, it's weighing heavy on me, and it always has. And my community knows that, like, I go through a lot of emotions, and there's times where I like don't stream because I'm dealing with so much.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's like the perfect example for me, is that climb to get there.
Yeah. So
And really, like, streaming, DJing, it brings joy to me, and it brings joy to see everyone in my circle of friends in my community
yeah.
going up and succeeding. I want to see that fulfills me, and that makes me happy in like this whole like rain cloud that I've been in.
So if what would your ultimate life would look like, right? I mean, I know you mentioned about you've gone through a whole bunch of vitros, still, you know, ha- having the challenge to bear children. But if no illness aside from any of that, how many kids would you like if in a perfect world?
In a perfect world, I
Yeah.
wanted 3 because I have a
Okay.
brother and a sister, and it was so much fun to have 3. um But adoption is definitely an option, but
Yeah.
while I'm at this age, I still need to try, to
Hmm.
have my own. But even if I do just have one, I plan to adopt. Like, I really want that big family that I take care of. I'm very motherly. Um,
Awesome.
I have so many godchildren. It's insane how many godchildren I have. I'm gonna be broke by Christmas. I'm everyone's favorite auntie. Like even my
Of
nephews and
course.
my nieces will go into my stream, and I know that they're like 6, and I can't like say anything bad when they're in there. God has a perfect time. Oh, thank you, DJ Rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that if if I have a baby, I'm gonna look at it and be like, "You want to know how much you cost?"
First of all, you're super expensive.
First of all, you're super expensive.
Well, first of all, I'm so happy you're
Thank
here,
you, Ida.
right? Second of all, you cost a lot, and you're gonna cost way more now, but that's okay, right? And part of it, I believe, and again, I'm a firm believer uh, that everything is about language, right? I know you mentioned about that if I have, a child, and whatever it is, then maybe perhaps, and again, this comes from a space of only aloha to you, sis, because of who you are as a person, and first of all, being vulnerable and bold enough to share something so personal with everyone in here. And we had this conversation off camera, and we didn't talk about this. I didn't realize like it was like this deep. I know you mentioned like, hey, it's kind of deep. I'm gonna go there. I was like, okay, that's fine, you know. And maybe perhaps that the language, and again,
Thank you, Alex.
um, out of just only out of aloha and love for you and your ohana, that perhaps maybe the language is not if, but more when. I think many times, if you believe in a higher being, or you believe in a universe, some of us call him God. Um, he'll put stuff up for us, and sometimes it's not a no, it's more of a not yet.
Yeah,
That,
and
that right?
that's how I try to perceive life. I always try to see the silver lining. Like if I'm stuck, like for instance, if I'm stuck in traffic, I'm like, oh, there was probably something that
Yeah.
I needed to avoid up ahead.
No, for real, right?
That's
For
how I
real.
see things
For
now.
like, right, you're stuck in traffic, and you know many of us tend to complain of like, this sucks, I hate traffic, and then you drive by and there's a really really bad accident, and then it's just a matter of perspective on how you look at things and say, hey, look, this could have been me. Here I am, I get
Thank
to
you.
drive past that, right? I get to drive past that, and just only pray and wish for the best for that accident, but then it could be worse because that could have been me in the accident.
Yeah, and I do
Thankfully
the
it's
same
not me,
thing.
right?
Like I try not to get so mad when an accident happens, like because when you look at it, you're like, oh my goodness, like you just send them all the good vibes because you know
Yeah.
what they're about to go through.
well,
That's
well
always
e-
been my outlook is just always see the silver lining in everything. There's a rhyme and a reason for the way things happen.
Well, even this, right? Because I do a lot of personal development workshops, and one of the scenarios I pose to those that are in the workshop is, you're driving, and all of a sudden this car comes and just just in cuts you off in a point where you almost get into an accident, and the first reaction you have is, most people get pissed, right?
Yeah,
They get upset,
that H town comes out, and
right?
I'm like,
Yeah.
ah, all right, tone it down, tone
Right,
it
yeah,
down.
right. Some people get upset, they actually know whether they got your, where did you get this freaking license from, did you get it from Walmart, right? They actually know their mother's name, you mother effer, and whatever it is, right? And but you don't know what the story is. And I say this because many times in my profession I've pulled over so many people, and always my intent when I pull them over is not to give them a ticket, is to find out what's going on, like what's their story, right? But imagine that person cuts you off, you get upset, and you're swearing at them, and you're giving them the one finger salute. And imagine you pull over and you roll your window down, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's up with you? You almost hit me." And imagine that driver, it's a man, and what you don't see is his wife in the back and saying, "I'm so sorry, man. My wife's about to give birth to our very first child, and we're on our way to the hospital."
Mhm.
Most will go, "Oh, my bad," right? Because you don't know what their story is about.
Yeah.
But however, there are some like, I don't care. Some people are like that. Their life is sad, whatever's. But most
Uh,
people, right?
yeah.
Most people will go and say, "Holy shit, I'm so sorry. I wish you all the best. Get to the hospital or whatever. Get there, or I'm trying to rush because my son got hurt or something, and I'm trying to get to him quickly. And how different the perspective changes because
Uh-huh.
now you know their story, right? And which is why being a policeman for 22 years, that's always my thing. Thank you, Sis Star Serious. It's just having that empathy. Like I remember, I shared this story before. I remember pulling over this lady. She ran a red light. She was on her phone, almost got into an accident, but I pull her over. And my intention is, I wonder what's going on with this lady right here. Now, granted, it's 1 a.m. in the morning because I work the graveyard shift,
Mhm.
right? So I pull her over and I walk up to her car and she rolls her window down. And before I even could say, "Hi, my name is Officer Don with the Honolulu Police Department," she turns to me, gives me a flat tire remark, which is, "Psh, why'd you pull me over for?" So she starts to give me attitude. So I said, "Well, here's why I pulled you over. You ran the red light, you're on your phone, and you almost hit that other car that had the green light." And she was not having it. So she became argumentative, right? And so my intent was to give her a break. Not anymore. So again, word of advice, if you ever get pulled over by the popo and you give them attitude, if you see them walk around your car, you're dead meat. Because what they're doing now is they're going to find every tiny little infraction on your vehicle and you're going to
Mhm.
get cited. And nothing you say will do is going to stop them from not writing that ticket. So my point is, right? I mean, you just be kind
Yeah,
to
you
everybody because
never
you
know
don't know what their
anyone's
story.
story at all.
You
Like,
don't know their story. But this lady decided to be pissed off at me because I pulled her over. I thought she was drunk, but she wasn't. She just had a really bad pissy attitude. So
yeah.
it went from a warning, because that was my intention, like, hey, whatever, have a great night, drive safely, be well, and whatever, turned into an 8 citation ticket. So I tagged her 8 different violations.
Ah.
She was not happy. She was not happy. She actually like, "I want to speak to your supervisor." Like, "No, you're not. I know you calling my supervisor." Like, "Why?" So now I'm mad now, right? She's like, "Why?" I said, "Because you're a dumbass. It's on my camera. I see it. I don't care." Right? It's because, like, I'm not gonna call because my supervisor is gonna say the same thing to you. Nothing he or she, my supervisor, will say to you is will change from what I'm telling you. So I'm not calling my supervisor. Well, I'm gonna
Mhm.
make a complaint. Go right ahead, make a complaint. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's all on my camera because you're being stupid right now. So again, you don't know what their story is.
Yeah.
Give them the
I'm
benefit of the doubt.
and me being a nurse, yes, I'm a typical Filipino registered nurse too. Being a nurse taught me how to be very resilient and to be very kind and to really take that in. Like I know other nurses that if a patient goes into the clinic and they're already mad and like, yelling at everybody, most nurses are going to yell back and ignore them, but me, I'm a little
Yeah,
different. I'll be like,
yeah.
"Hey, let's talk about it. Like what's going on with you? Let's try to see if we could work something out here so that I can get you taken care of."
Yeah, and sometimes it just takes you as the individual to break that, right? Like they can be pissed. Like again, I've pulled over people or talked to people like that are just mad at everybody, mad at the world, and then of course they're gonna be mad at the police because we're there, right? And
Yeah.
where it just flipped and changed it to like, I'm so sorry. I'm so happy that thank you for your service and thank you for calming me down. And again, everyone has a story. Everyone has a story.
DJ Controversial said you ran out of paper. If not, she would have gotten more
I saw,
tickets.
I saw that. I saw that. That was hilarious. No, right. It just depends. It just depends. Especially like in Hawaii because you're stuck on an island, right?
Yeah.
And like there's nowhere to go. And at some point, there's a saying. It's called the 6 degrees of separation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. It's like
Uh-uh.
so we meet each other for the very first time, and as we're having this conversation, don't be surprised that we actually know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody 6 times down the line that we actually know each other,
Mhm.
that knows us. So that's what's called the 6 degrees of separation.
Okay.
In Hawaii is more like 2 because you're on an island, right?
Everyone
It's
knows everybody. That's why
pretty
I was like, you
much,
probably know my cousin.
pretty much, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, one of my favorite stories there. Share again, traffic stop, pull over. I don't know why it's always females, but it's a female, and it's giving me really, really bad attitude. I actually let her go with the warning, but like I was really upset, but I let her go, and I was like, you know what, I'm not here to argue with you. 2 weeks later, I'm DJing an event, and I see the lady there, and she's actually the best friend of my cousin who's actually hosting the party. So she comes in like, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, what's up, cuz?" Like, "Oh, this is my best friend." I'm like, "Hi," and so like my face went like this, so like, "Oh," and like she didn't recognize me, and she's like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you." I said, "Do you drive a so and so car?" Because it just happened like a couple weeks before that, right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, I do." Like, were you driving in downtown at around this time, and you got pulled over by the police? And when I said police, she goes like, "Oh, it's
It
you."
le-
It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's me, bitch. I mean, in my mind, that's what I said. I'm like, yeah, it's
yeah.
me. It's me.
Oh
And she's
my
like,
goodness.
I am so sorry. I was being a bitch. I was like, you kind of were, sis. But you know what? It's all good. But you never know. You never know. That's
Women
why, it always, women have the
Claudie
DNA.
Queen said women have attitude. It's in our DNA.
That's a
We can't
chicken
help
exit.
it. We can't help
You
it.
can help it. You can. You just choose not to. Everything
uh
has a choice. There's a choice because there's in the choices you make, there's benefits and there's consequences. Everything has when people say I don't have a choice, it's a lie. You always have a choice. You don't want to suffer the consequences. Everyone has a choice.
Yeah. I have it in me, don't worry. I have it in me, but I keep it at bay unless it really needs to come out.
Or it's like what so my dad, he's 6'3", my mom is 5'2", and it's my mom that disciplines us, right? But my dad always tells me
Shit.
this. He used to tell me that he goes, there's always a choice, but in our home, here's your choice. You're either gonna take the left or the right. So I'm like, oh, okay, dad.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, see, in my family, the women are very they're all chiefs. Like my mom comes from like my mom has 12 brothers and sisters.
oh my gosh.
And whenever we have family events, Jesus, like every female in our family is like adamant about plans, and it always collides. Like I said, there's so many women chiefs in my family. Sometimes we have to like kind of step back and just let one like just fume a little bit and follow her just to appease her.
So amongst your siblings, because there's three of you, how many are like are they a brother and a sister or
Yes. I'm the oldest, and I
okay,
do have an adopted brother who's
okay,
older than me.
mm-hmm.
Um, so that technically there's four of us all together.
Yeah,
And my youngest one is my sister, and she actually lives over there in Hawaii. She's stationed out there. So
that's right.
that's why
Yeah,
I
you
was
said
saying I
that.
need to
You said
go
that.
out there and
Yeah,
visit.
you said that. I remember you in one of your streams. We were talking about that. That's right.
I have
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
17 Twitch brothers. Ah, I know my big bros.
There you go. There you go.
I'm like the only girl. Like when you hopped into our Discord chat, I was like the only girl.
You were, and then when I saw, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's ILLKAT!" Like I know you. Yeah. So the first time I actually saw and I've heard of you, you were on. I want to say DJ Twin Spin's talk show.
I don't
Was it?
think
Or
so.
Mark Easy? Was it
I
Mark?
don't. I don't.
It
I
was somebody's talk show. That's where I saw you
I can't remember who.
because it was like over a year ago.
Yeah,
Was
it
a
was a
little
long
while.
time ago because
Yeah.
the first time I met you was you raided into my channel.
Yes. Well, that was because I saw you on that talk show, and then I decided to raid your channel like that week or sometime.
Oh man, I can't
Because that's how I
remember because
found you. But it was
it's
a
been
while ago,
year.
though.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. Yeah. Controversial,
I
right there.
make it. Yeah, I know. I think I make them keep.
That's the
I
that's the
feel
mama
like they
bear.
go like, "Oh, ILLKAT's in here. Calm down.
It's
delete all the images."
they're like Mama Cat is in the building. Behave, right? That's
But yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, that was like the first time I met you was when you had raided into the channel.
yeah. Yeah, and I was so happy to see you in with the mastermind group. I like, oh my gosh, yeah, I know you. Like that was so awesome to see you there holding it down on behalf of all the female streamers amongst amongst all of that testosterone. You're like,
I keep him in
you handle
line.
that. You handle that. You handle that, sis. You handle that.
Hopefully we
Mama
get
cat.
a I need a sis in there.
You do. You need assistance. Yeah, you really do. Nah, looks like you got a good handle on it because all the guys are like, yeah, watch out, Mama Cat's in the building.
And you know what? I love every single one of them, and I love all their mods. Like I feel like I have a sisterhood with with their mods, like Claudie Queen and X and Ida and Jess and Sacred Angel. I love them all.
So so your experience as a streamer, um, what's the pros and cons? Because I mean, we had this slight conversation off camera. Like, what's the pros and cons for you as a female DJ streaming online?
Oh, sorry. We need to touch back on this, right? Um,
Yeah.
I would say, can I start off with the cons? I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Do whatever you want, sis. Whatever.
I mean, cons for me, like I said, sometimes you do get those trolls that come in and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she's not doing anything," or "She's just
Right.
pushing
Right.
buttons." Um, but I'm strong-minded enough to like not let that phase me or not let that bother me at all because I like I said, I know my worth. Um, so that would be a con for me. And then the pros, man, like you guys have no idea how much discoverability and exposure Twitch and Mixer has given me. Like I probably would have never gotten that wrestling gig if it wasn't for Twitch and Mixer
Mm,
or
nice.
the upcoming shows that I have. Like I would have never dreamed of doing that. I've always been the DJ that's like in the background that no one like knows. That's just there to like fill a spot or whatnot. I'm like I'm getting booked for shows that I'm like, "Oh my god," like, I'm excited to do, and I never thought I'd get a chance to do it, and it's all because of streaming my DJ sets. Like how you said, I don't even give people, like, a mix or anything, like, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, just go on my Twitch and, like,
Yeah.
check out the VODs or go on my Instagram," like, I have little clips of all the
Yes.
crazy weird mixes that I do.
Yeah.
And that really helped me, discoverability wise.
Yeah. It seems to also be from what I've seen, and I think through my own experience, as a female DJ, it seems to be that like in terms of viewership count, again, just my experience, it seems to be like it's easier
No,
for
I
our
think
females, or
no, I
is
don't
it
think it
do you
is.
think it's about the same?
I think it's just about the same. It's you have to put in the work
Yeah.
in order to get those numbers, and just
Hmm.
because you're female doesn't excuse you from, trying to reach for it too. Um, I don't do those hot tub streams, and I stay pretty conservative.
So thank you for bringing that up because I didn't want to go there. Since you opened that door, I'm gonna go there for
Okay,
you,
let's go
right?
there.
But that's what I'm talking about, right? Like so
I
the
just okay. So sorry, don't mean to cut you off. Like
no, not at all.
I don't downplay myself. Like I stay a respectable person, a conservative person. Um, I don't feel like I have to go down to that level um in order to get views. I feel like I'm talented enough for that to not do that.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I was going, and that's what I meant. Like, th- I guess that's the advantage, right? Because some female DJs feel like they have to be a little bit more risque to gain more followers and viewers. Whereas you have someone like you, and again, not here to judge anybody,
Yeah, and
not
I'm
not
not
at
either.
all.
Like I
Yeah,
still
yeah,
watch those streamers. Like
for
I love
sure.
them, but that's just not me.
Right, it's not your jam,
Yeah.
right? We go back like that's just not who you are, right? And I would be the exact same way, where it's way more uh what's the word I'm looking for? We're more conservative, right? Conservative in terms of let me show you what
She
my
walks the
skills.
walk.
Yeah, let me show you my skills as opposed to like you know as opposed to my body kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. I
And I see some female DJs that will use that as an advantage, and I watch and I don't mean to say this in the most look. I'm just gonna keep it real. There are some
You're
female
good.
DJs that will dress very scantily, and all they do is look like as if they're pressing buttons.
I agree.
That's the honest truth. I'm gonna call a spade, right? And that's just hey, if that is for them,
Love you guys. Thank
by
you.
all means. But I think there is another way, a more conservative, classy, if you want to use it. I think the right way is to do it,
Yeah.
and you're doing it the right way, in my opinion.
And you know what? I feel like I have to because, with all this like women empowerment stuff that I'm a part of, I have to represent a certain way,
Yeah,
especially with the wrestling. Like you guys have no idea how crazy it is for all of us in the wrestling promotion. Like the DMs that we get or the people that come up
I
to us,
could
like it's
only
just kind of
imagine.
like it's like, okay, guys,
It's
back off a little bit.
yeah, it can be creepy, right? Again, that's the pros and cons. Like the percentage of our female DJs that will get DMs or whispers like that is much greater as opposed to the male counterparts. I think,
hmm
right? Um, which is why I think for you guys, you got to be a little bit more careful, and
You guys,
you
oh,
being
booters, Claudia Queen, thank you.
right, and but at the same time having um, brothers like Controversial and Sandman, right? And all these other cats that are there, like, hey, we got your back, man. If there's something is going on, it's coming in, someone's saying creepy stuff to you, let us know. We'll handle it, right? I mean, of course, your mods will take care of it
Oh
too, as
yeah,
well. Yeah,
my
yeah,
mods like they're on top of that.
yeah, yeah.
That's why we rarely get any hate, negativity into the channel.
Well, just FYI, public service announcement. Controversial welcomes all of that. Like, feel free to come at me. Oh my gosh, it's so off. But yeah, shout out to Controversial and being on earlier. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Shout out to DJ Lockdown. Good to see you,
Oh, hey, DJ
Lockdown.
Lockdown. What's up?
I met him for the very first time, I think about a month ago in Vegas. So he actually
Yeah.
drove up from Arizona to hang out with us. So we did a festival out at UNLV. So got
So
a chance.
there's actually someone in the chat I met last week, DJ Rap 50. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
who rated you, but I ended up in your channel and I woke up in the morning and I saw you on and you had like this beautiful thing of the Philippines and I'm just like I don't know, like I felt like I was at home. like like there was so many other Filipinos in the chat and I'm like vibing with you guys and having fun in there. So you guys, big shout out to DJ Rap. I just met him last week. Amazing soul. He's from the
Oh yeah.
Philippines.
Yes, he's from. I think he's
And
from Manila. Good peeps.
yeah,
Good peeps right there.
and he
Yep.
knows like the area that I used to live in too, because I used to live in PI.
Nice. Rap 50. Look like you guys getting a new president, right? Was it like Marcos Jr.?
Oh
That's gonna
man,
be.
I tuned out my whole family group chat on that election. I
That's
don't even want to
crazy.
look at it.
That's crazy. So Hawaii, there's a really huge Filipino contingency that's here in Hawaii, right? So again, when back in the farming days, when Hawaii just became a state, or right before that, right, the Chinese, the Filipinos, they all came to Hawaii to work here. But yeah, huge Filipino community here in Hawaii, and so um, in fact, one of my best friends, he's part Filipino. So, like with everybody, right? Learn and understand the culture.
Yeah.
Learn all the swear words first, and then eat all the dope food that the Filipinos has to,
Yes.
they have to
And
offer.
don't deny the food
Oh
offered
yeah,
to
man.
you.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
for sure,
gosh. Don't
for
ever
sure.
do that. Like if someone's serving you pancit and egg rolls and I know you ate an hour ago, just eat it. Please
Yeah,
eat it because you will
you
be
have to.
banned from all family events.
You have to.
You will be the last in line for lechon and you don't want to be the last in line for the lechon, okay? Focus.
Um, favorite favorite quote, any words of wisdom, any like words to live by or that you could share with the chat, what would it be for you?
Honestly, like be kind and always smile because you
Yeah.
never know one smile can change a person's life, right? So I always make sure that I always try to be like happy and put a smile on my face because you never know if someone else is loving it or you're making someone's day. One thing that's cool about Texas, by the way, guys, I am from San Antonio, Texas, born and raised H Town. But one thing cool about Texas is whenever you pass somebody, like let's say you're walking on a sidewalk and you pass each other, we don't look down at our feet. We acknowledge each other. We always like nod or say hi or good morning. And I, d- I don't know if it's like that in other states, but so far other states I've been to, it's not like that. I just feel like Texas is the only place that does that.
Hawaii does
So
that too.
Hawaii does it too. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's important to me is to always acknowledge someone that you're passing, always smile, nod, greet, just do something because you never know what they're going through. They
Yeah.
could be like thinking, "Oh my god, I have all these bills to pay. I don't know how I'm going to get food on the table for my kids." But then, that one simple hello can make that person's day.
No, you're absolutely right. See, and if I met you, and if I was on Twitch earlier and I met you before the pandemic, because I went to San Antonio, we actually stayed over. What is it? The River
The
Walk?
river walk? Yeah.
Yeah. So I stayed there. I went there for a conference. So of course went to the Alamo, did all the touristy things, but it was such a great city to hang out and be. And it was also the same time I think there was a recruit class that just graduated the
Mhm.
military. So like
Oh
the
yeah, cuz
whole
the Air Force
the
all
Air
trains
Force
out of there.
Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Air Force Academy out there. So the city was just busting. We went and saw the Spurs play the Lakers. So it was I had such a great time. I mean, my experience of San Antonio, like I was telling my wife, I want to go back to San Antonio. I want to take you with me because it was such a great city. I had such a great time. Um,
Yeah.
but at least now I know you're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided to live here. I've been living here for 12 years. I came out here to work. Like I said, I'm originally from Houston. Um, and I still, I love it here. It's like a little big town, I guess, or
Yeah.
little big city is the best way to put it. It's gigantic, but it's like an ohana here.
Yeah. No, awesome. Yes. Um, what I guess one of my last questions. What
Uh-huh.
would your advice be as a female DJ, as a female streamer, that you would give to possibly another female that is considering to make the jump and jump on Twitch and start streaming? What would be your advice to that person?
Hmm. I know it sounds very cliche, but be yourself. I
Yeah.
personally love watching streamers who are themselves without a gimmick, without some crazy saying or using like this kind of voice to talk. Like just be yourself, be chill. You don't have to impress anybody. You don't have anyone to impress, other than yourself. So,
So here's my follow up question because I've heard that advice a lot, right? To be yourself. But what if you're an asshole?
and there's a community for that. Some
You're
people like
absolutely right.
assholes.
You're absolutely right. And I say this all the time. There's an audience for everybody.
Yeah, there's an audience for everybody. Hell, if you want to stream some weird game that nobody likes, betcha anything that someone on Twitch is gonna search that game and find you.
For sure. For sure. Right. But if
It-
the idea is to grow your community, right? Is it safe to say, and I think we had this conversation with controversial, is to engage with your chat room,
yes.
right? Was that hard for you to being able to communicate and engage with with your chat in the chat room for you?
I don't think I ever struggled with it. I think
Yeah.
I was just so turned on the fact of like people coming in and like wanting to like hang out and know
Yeah.
me, and then I developed these friendships with them. And our chats go beyond chatting. Like they check in on me, I check in on them. Like I'm like, hey, I haven't seen you in a week. Everything okay? And then they'll spill what's going on, and I'll spill what's going on. Like that's how I networked. I networked as a friend.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely cared about each person that came into the stream. And that's why I'm so like happy that I have my day ones that been with me for 4 years.
Dope. That's awesome. Shout out to DJ. Is it Furrit?
Hi Furrit. All
Yeah.
right, Furrit.
Have a great night. Thank
DJ
you so much.
Yay.
Oh,
that's
man.
another one right there. DJ Yay. He's like him and Vernimal are like my 2 happiness injections of the day.
Yeah. Every time I jump on Ye's channel, I gotta turn everything down.
No, I do this. I'm like, all right, I'm going in his channel. I'm gonna say hi. Let me do this real quick.
So like I was at work last night and I saw Ye jump on. So I waited for like 30 minutes and then I jumped into his channel. It never disappoints, man. Never disappoints.
Yeah, but I love my mastermind group. They're
Awesome.
amazing. Like I would have never even met a lot of them until like X invited me to that group.
It's
And I feel like I've gotten so much like I feel like we have a brother and sisterhood going on.
Well, you do actually. You do, and you got all these DJ brothers that look after you that their only intention is to have your back. And so that's the awesome part, and create that community, and you get to be part of something like that. So
And I never used to be part of anything like that. I've always just been a loner. Like I said, like I'm always like the filler.
yeah.
So it's great that I get to shine with like a group of like talented individuals.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So, like, we've hit the top of the hour, and I know it's super late for you, and I want to be respectful to your time. So, is there anybody? Normally, I would pick somebody to raid out.
Oh, to raid? Okay. Hold on. Let me.
But if you see anyone, or maybe is any of the mastermind group DJs on, or if not, is there anybody specific you wanna?
Yeah,
look
let
at?
me look real quick. I don't think anyone from the mastermind group is on. Can you, brothers, help me?
Look, they're all in there.
Brothers.
In your mastermind plan today, did anybody think like, maybe someone should jump on right before dawn ends? And and maybe I should have told you guys that. Find someone, jump in, or if somebody can log on right now. Any of you guys, can you guys log on? Right
I mean, I have. Oh no, the one I wanted to raid, which is like my DJ brother from Dallas, he's already ending stream.
Yeah.
Oh, and he just ended it too.
Oh,
I was gonna go raid Yagomi, and I reintroduced Yagomi to the group, and oh my god, sick DJ! I'm so glad to be like really good friends with him.
DJ Rod Life.
Hmm?
I don't know. Controversial is saying Rod Life.
DJ Rod Live. Oh, Nix, yeah, I know. I was gonna raid Yagomi, but he just logged off. Let's see.
Is he on Controversial? Let's rate him then.
Okay, DJ Rod Live.
Yeah, I'll rate him. Okay.
I was trying to see if like there was a female DJ on.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope too.
I guess we can. Okay, we can go to DJ Rod Live.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I
Hold
hope I
on.
got
Let
it
me
right.
let me pull him up on my.
Is it just DJ RODLIVE? I think. Yeah. Wicked Wayata, thank you so much, man. Thank you, Fanao. I appreciate you. All out in Aotearoa, mahalo. I appreciate you. I think I got it right. Let me know if this is correct. I just created it. Is that DJ Rod? Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, we're rating out.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna rate out. Again, thank you so much, Sister ILLKAT. Wishing you all the best. Only the best for you. And I know. Thank you for going that route and sharing us with your personal challenges and
I hope
my struggles
help anyone in the chat too.
Yeah,
Like I know I'm not the only one going through it, and a lot of us are silent about things like that, and that's why I
yeah,
try to stay very vulnerable and open about the situations that I go through.
yeah, yeah.
But
Thank you guys. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, no, thank you for having me on the show. I enjoyed it.
No,
And
and
thank
thank
you
you.
everybody in the chat.
Yes, your mastermind group. Thank you, everybody. Jeff,
Everybody in
of
here.
course, controversial. Thank you so much, brother. Raven Shimmers. Thank you, Wicked Wayata.
Serrano.
Serato, JJ, mahalo to you. Thank you, Claudie Queen. Mahalo to you. So
Bless Claudie
let's
Queen.
Rod Live. I've never been in his channel, so I'm super excited to jump in his channel
Thank
and
you, Rat.
right. So again, and then thank you to my
Thank you,
mods. Thank you,
Dijon.
everybody. I'll see you guys
Sandman.
tomorrow. Love you guys.
Appreciate it.
Be well. Take care of yourself and
Love
then
y'all.
others in that specific order. We're going to raid out.